Gosvami, an essential subject from Vinipedia. Go translates to senses and Swami translates to master. Goswami therefore means master or controller of senses. This title is not easily obtained, nor can it be a hereditary title. It is a qualification. In this world, where everything hinges on sensory perception and pleasure, it is very hard to overcome desires pertaining to sense gratification. Hence, one who attains perfection in controlling the senses is called a Gosvam. His senses are employed in the service of Lord Krishna, and serving Krishna with such purified senses as to engage in Krishna consciousness, which is the ultimate goal of life. Srila Prabhupada's books, lectures, conversations and letters offer a comprehensive presentation of this essential subject as seen in the Vinikotes Gosvami category. An introduction from his books is given below in the following 8 quotes. Quotes from Srila Prabhupada's books. Uddhava was in such a transcendental position, and thus he was selected to be the factual representative of the Lord in his bodily absence from the vision of the world. Such a devotee of the Lord is never affected by material strength, intelligence or even renunciation. Such a devotee of the Lord can withstand all onslaughts of material nature, and therefore he is known as Gosvam. Only such Gosvams can penetrate the mysteries of the Lord's transcendental loving relationships. Armad Bh Gavatam 3.4. 31. A Gosvam knows the standard of sense happiness. In transcendental sense happiness, the senses are engaged in the service of HKA, or the supreme owner of the senses Krishna. Serving Krishna with purified senses is called Krishna consciousness. That is the way of bringing the senses under full control. What is more, that is the highest perfection of yoga practice. Bhagavad Gita 6.26. There were 6 great Gosvams of VND Vana RLAR Pa, Santana, Ba Raghantha, Arjava, Gop La and Disa Raghantha, and none of them inherited the title of Gosvam. All the Gosvams of VND Vana were bona fide spiritual masters situated on the highest platform of devotional service, and for that reason they were called Gosvams. All the temples of VND Vana were certainly started by the 6 Gosvams. Kaitanya Karatam Ta, Madhya LL 9.289, RLA Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvat H. Kura did not recognize the caste Gosvams because they were not in the line of the 6 Gosvams in the renounced order who were direct disciples of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, namely RLA Arpa Gosvam, RLA Santana Gosvam, RLA Ba Raghantha Gosvam, Argop La Ba Gosvam, Arjava Gosvam and RLA Raghantha Disa Gosvam. Chaitanya Karatam Ta, DLL 12.27. Devotees in the line of our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu must chant at least 16 rounds daily, and this is the number prescribed by the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Haridsa H. Kura daily chanted 300,000 names. 16 rounds is about 28,000 names. There is no need to imitate Haridsa H. Kura or the other Gosvams, but chanting the holy name a fixed number of times daily is essential for every devotee. Chaitanya Karatam Ta, Madhya LL 7.37. It is simply a question of the living entities being attracted or not being attracted. There is no question of his being forced to come into contact with material energy. One who can keep himself steady and resist the attraction of material nature is certainly a hero and deserves to be called a Gosvam. Unless one is master of the senses, he cannot become a Gosvam. Armad Bh Gavatam 4.25.25. All the temples of VND Vana were certainly started by the 6 Gosvams. Later the worship in the temples was entrusted to some householder disciples of the Gosvams, and since then the hereditary title of Gosvam has been used. However, only one who is a bona fide spiritual master expanding the cult of our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Krishna consciousness movement, and who is in full control of his senses can be addressed as a Gosvam. Chaitanya Karatam Ta, Madhya LL 9.289. All bona fide representatives of our Vaisadeva in the chain of disciplic succession are to be understood to be Gosvams. These Gosvams restrain all their senses, and they stick to the path made by the previous series. The Gosvams do not deliver lectures on the Bh Gavatam capriciously. Rather, they execute their services most carefully, following their predecessors who delivered the spiritual message and broken to them. Armad Bh Gavatam 1.15.